According to history, the Bitcoin top should be somewhat in the next 6 weeks in the market. And on today's update video, I want to be discussing this very critical level of resistance we're currently approaching. And yes, I want to be talking just about how important that resistance is, what we should be doing if we're going to be seeing them drop. I want to be talking about the current exact trend on Bitcoin and how we could potentially trade this. I want to be, of course, in general, give a big update on my current positions because yes, I remain to be long on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and on Aptos. And yes, I am very convinced a very big breakout on Ethereum is about to happen anytime soon. And in today's video, I will be discussing the price targets of this breakout. So this and much more will be getting discussed on today's update video. Don't forget, once again, snap that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in today's update video. So on the immediate short term, the 1 hour time frame, we're creating an ever so slight upward sloping support line. Bitcoin seems to be bouncing every single time once we're touching this level. And ultimately, this very critical level of resistance I discussed in the intro of this video, which basically corresponds with this level right here. You can see previously around this level acted as major support, and now it is obviously acting as resistance. So this is a very important zone in my opinion, which we're currently looking at. And yes, the moment we're going to be breaking above this level, it is going to give us the confirmation we are going to see a bigger continuation towards the upside. I still want to be mentioning the fact that if Bitcoin is going to be seeing an ever so slight correction towards the downside, and since I do believe, and I'm going to go more in depth about that the Bitcoin bull market is not over yet because historical timings are showing us right now we still have time left in this market. I want to be, of course, accumulate if we come back towards this level, because if I'm zooming out, then you can start to see, okay, if we're going to come back towards this level, ultimately Bitcoin will be creating here this left shoulder, then here it's creating the head, and then we now are creating the right shoulder, aka the higher low again here. So ultimately it would mean a massive reversal structure on the bigger time frames is literally getting created. So if Bitcoin comes back towards this level, it would be a very big opportunity, especially since this level previously around acted as major resistance. So most likely this is going to be flipping into support here. So that is basically how I'm approaching Bitcoin right now. Ultimately, we're still trading in that upward sloping trend here, of course. You can see it. We're trading towards the upside. We're creating higher highs. We're creating higher lows. And if it comes back towards this zone right here, it ultimately would be not only a retest of the upward sloping support line, but also of this horizontal level of support here for Bitcoin. So that will be, of course, very interesting. And of course, if you've been watching the channel, if you've been in the private Telegram group, you do know that, of course, in the most recent period, I have been opening up these long positions. Many people in the group have been joining me and are all making significant profits, like you can see here in the profit chat. But of course, I shared you my entries on my trades on Aptos, on Ethereum, on Bitcoin. And now we are, of course, in a significant profit of about $1.2 million. So if you want to be staying up to date on all these trades in real time, don't forget to go to the second link in today's video description where you can join the private Telegram group here. Because if you join over there, guys, you'll be staying up to date on all the trades in real time here. And of course, it's not only me, because like you can also see in this group, we have 5 other professional traders. And these traders are all sharing their own trading setups on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other pairs as well here. So if you just are interested in trading, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, there's nothing very special happening with Bitcoin, but of course, I do want to discuss the fact that, yes, right now, if we just look at the timings of this cycle, we are most likely going to come very close towards the end point of this Bitcoin bull market, of course, right? Because in the first cycle, it wasn't so obvious because Bitcoin was so new. But then from off 2017, this exact structure has always marked the top. So now, of course, if we're going to be looking at timings, we are about 6 weeks out there before historically we are going to be, of course, top out according to like the timings and the historical data. But of course, maybe it's not going to be the same. Maybe it's not going to be the same this time around here. But personally, I remain to be believing in the Bitcoin 4-year cycle until it's proven otherwise, because so far it is exactly repeated with the bear market low, bottoming approximately 365 days after the Bitcoin peak here. This also happened in 2017. This is, of course, things that I discussed a lot of times in the in the bear market that time around as well. But so far, all the signs in the bear market are showing us, okay, the that this Bitcoin 4-year cycle is still playing exactly the same. And of course, if it gets invalidated, it is just also okay, because then we know for the next time that we shouldn't be paying attention towards this 4-year cycle anymore. But for now on, at least, I remain to be looking at this, and this is predicting that the Bitcoin top is going to be in approximately 6 to 7 weeks here. And of course, that doesn't mean that we can't be in a long position right now, because if we look back at all the previous cycles as well, we learned one thing, and that is that the end stage of the cycle, the biggest gains are always, yes, always realized. So if you, of course, are still interested in trading, and of course, we will be also trading the market short here, guys, don't forget to join WeX, because if you sign up an account to WeX using the first link in today's video description, you will get not only a 25% fee rebate, making this the cheapest exchange to operate on for sure, but also, guys, they are matching 20% of your deposit on the exchange here. So let's say you deposit $1,000, they will give you an extra $200 to, of course, trade with, and they do this up to $30,000. So make sure to check it out in the first link of today's video description. It is definitely the best exchange to trade on. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I do want to be discussing liquidity heat map. There's liquidity being built up on both sides here. And historically, this only means one thing here, and that is that we're going to get a big liquidity grab before the actual move is going to get started. So if we push towards the upside, probably we're going to be having a dump to grab the lower side liquidity, and also vice versa. And that is why, of course, I am very eager to still, if Bitcoin comes back towards $113,000, to still scoop up a lot of positions around this level right here. So that is definitely something I will be doing. Then, of course, on the ETH compared to Bitcoin chart here, we're seeing this massive consolidation getting created here on the ETH compared to Bitcoin chart. This is ultimately going to be breaking out anytime soon here. And once it does, it's going to be creating another exponential rally higher. And of course, on Ethereum, we are seeing a major 4-hourly consolidation in this symmetrical triangle. Ultimately, Ethereum is trading against the all-time high here. And yeah, if you haven't already been trading for a long time, historically consolidation below an all-time high is a sign of accumulation and is a sign a big breakout is about to come soon here. We are obviously creating higher lows here, so it's not looking like a distribution pattern. It is more looking like an accumulation pattern, and that is why I'm expecting a major breakout is about to come very soon here. So Ethereum really preparing right now here. Of course, I am still in my long position on Ethereum, going to be holding it open. I'm very convinced this is going to be running higher. The Bitcoin dominance chart also suggesting that we are going to get a big run coming very soon here. So very excited for this here. The altcoin market looks like it's ready to be exploding. Ethereum looks the exact same here. And the total tree by market cap is now breaking above all-time highs here. So guys, things are looking great here. Things are looking exciting. Today has been a little bit boring, but of course, tomorrow the weekend is over and we're probably going to start to get some more volatility here again. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, slap that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.